Will there ever be peace between Israel and her neighbors, the Jewish nation and the Islamic states that surround them? We always need to go back to our Torah to find hope. I first saw this idea and this story in some of the writings of Rabbi Sachs itself. And what he says is fascinating. We know that both Jews and Muslims trace their lineage through Avraham Avinu, through Abraham. Jews through Avraham's son Yitzchak, Isaac, and Muslims through Avraham's other son, Yishmael. Unfortunately, today the Jewish people are in conflict with the nation of Yishmael. We call this Galut Yishmael, the exile of Yishmael. Even while we're in our land, we have this, God forbid, conflict, which we are praying for a peaceful end to. So here's the deal. Hashem says that he will bless Yishmael. They're going to be fruitful and multiplying. 12 princes are going to come from Yishmael. Unasativ legoy gadol. And Yishmael's descendants are going to be a great nation. But the promise that Hashem shares about Yishmael, who Avraham loves deeply, and the promise that Hashem gives to Yitzchak are different. The Jewish people through Yitzchak are also going to be a goy gadol. But Hashem says, Va'af brisi Akim es Yitzchak. My covenant, my brit, is with Yitzchak. This is clearly a reference to the brit that's going to continue within the Jewish people through Yaakov all the way to Moshe and the Mosaic covenant. And part of the promise of that covenant is Ki lecha ulezaracha etein es kol haaretzos hazeh. I am going to give you all of these lands, the lands of Israel, Eretz Yisrael. The nation of Yishmael can be great. Yishmael comes from two words, Yishma, Kel, that Hashem will hear. Hashem hears, Hashem listens to Ishmael. But something along the way between the two brothers, there was conflict. But the good news is that it says that at the end of Avraham's life, at the age of 175, he passes Beseva Tova Zakein Vesaveya. He passes at a good, ripe, and old age with fullness. And there's a clue there that Rabbi Sachs points out. There's Vayikbaru Oso, Yitzchak veYishmael Banai. Who buries Avraham? It's together, Yishmael and Yitzchak. And where do they unite? The place where Avraham Avinu is buried. The first place that the Jewish people legally purchased land in Israel. Ma'aras HaMachpelah, which is in Hebron, one of the four holy cities. Jewish tradition says, Masei Avos Simon Labanim. The actions of the forefathers are a sign for the children. We see that at the end of the day, the Jewish people, Am Yisrael and the nation of Ishmael are supposed to be side by side as family. In the verse of Zechariah, at the moment of Geula, nations will say, Nelcha imachem, we will go with you, the Jewish people. Ki shamanu Elokim imachem, because we have heard that Hashem is with you. And which nation leads the way? According to the Malbim, a Jewish commentator, the Ishmaelites will seek true emunah mipi Yisrael, from the mouth of Yisrael. They'll recognize that Hashem is with Israel. That's why Rabbi Sachs says that there is hope for the future in the story of the past. Because it's not destined that Yishmael and Yitzchak need to be at war. There needs to be a recognition, as there was. Yishmael did tshuva, a recognition that there are many Muslim lands, but there is one place, the land of Israel. That's the Jewish peoples. They have to recognize the Brit Yitzchak. And the minute that the Islamic world accepts that, and not only does that, but collaborates, aligns, and says, we're with you, teach us about Hashem, that is when we will see shalom in the world. So we are davening for that. Please God,